Fadi,
Hello,
again,
Mr. Rose.
hello to you. Again, we meet. Today is Thursday, and it is the 9th of December, right?
Yeah.
So, I thought today, how are you today? You okay? You feeling good today?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. Totally fine.
Good. A busy bee as always.
Yeah. And what about you?
Yeah, busy. I'm also a busy bee. A busy bee is a happy bee, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Right. So I thought today, for some reason, the YouTube seems to are starting to like our series about British English and American English. But actually, to be honest with you, I've often been asked what the differences are. So I thought we'd do one more in our series of this is number 6, right? Number 6. Maybe you can just translate that.
Jadi hari ini kita akan bahas kembali topik yang sudah pernah kita bahas beberapa kali di minggu lalu atau ya sekitar 2 minggu lalu, itu mengenai British dan American English lagi.
Yes, the English language is much better than the American, for sure. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Because I'm British, right? All right. Okay, the first one, interestingly, is what Indonesians say sakit, English say ill, and Americans say sick. So sakit, English, ill, Americans, sick. They all mean the same thing. It doesn't mean you're going to die. Tidak meninggal.
Yeah.
This means like flu or something like that, right?
Okay. Yang pertama adalah sakit, yang kalau di British English itu disebutnya ill, E-L-L, sedangkan American English itu sick, S-I-C. Dan keduanya ini artinya itu sakit-sakit yang biasa, bukan sakit yang bikin sekarat. Misalnya hanya flu begitu.
Yeah, very good. Now, for you Indonesians, when you go to, you call bioscope or cinema, what do you say in Indonesia? It's cinema, right? Cinema?
No, we call it bioscope.
Oh, bioscope, yeah. Bio is 2. Bio, bioscope. Okay, bioscope. In England, we call it cinema. Anyway, you know, when you're watching adverts or you're watching, right, they might have you have adverts and they have a break, right? Istirahat before the main film. In America, they call it intermission, but in English, we call it interval. Or, for example, at school, right? You have a lesson, 1 or 2 lessons, then you have istirahat, in English, interval, America, intermission.
What's the difference with break?
Same, it's the same as a break, it's the same. In fact, in an English school, we'd say a break, but in a cinema, we'd say interval. It's exactly the same, but in America, it's intermission. It's a good question, actually.
Yeah.
Good question.
Thank you. Yang kedua, itu contohnya kalau kita nonton film ke bioskop, setelah ada beberapa iklan, itu biasanya ada waktu jeda sebelum memasuki filmnya itu. Nah, waktu jeda ini kalau di British English disebutnya interval, sedangkan American English menyebutnya intermission. Sebenarnya tidak ada perbedaan antara interval, intermission dengan break. Ya, itu tuh sama-sama waktu jeda atau waktu istirahat. Cuma ya biasanya kalau break itu digunakannya untuk di waktu jeda kalau di sekolah. Sedangkan interval dan intermission ini untuk waktu jeda kalau kita menonton film di bioskop.
Very good, Fadi. The number 3, ketiga, is about roads, jalan, right? Well, you call jalan, jalan besar. You have tol, Jalan besar and then jalan, right? Okay, so in England, in England we say not the motorway or in American a highway, sorry, a freeway. In England we would say main road. Main road is same in Bahasa Indonesia as jalan besar. It's not a toll, jalan besar, right? So we'd say main road, and Americans will say highway. We just say main road, the main road.
Yang selanjutnya itu jalan besar atau jalan utama. Kalau British English ini menyebutnya main road dengan spasi, main spasi road.
Yeah.
Sedangkan American English menyebutnya highway.
And not to be also, as in the previous early video, in England we also have a main road called a high street. High street.
No.
It's not high, it's the main street. We have many main roads in the city or town, many main roads, Jalan Besar, banyak, right? But one of them we call High Street, which is where all the shopping area, the big shopping area, all the big shops, right? Americans call that downtown. We did it in a previous video, just so our listeners understand. A main road, there's many main roads in the town. Many, banyak, yeah? But in England, we have one high street. In America, one downtown. In Indonesia, I'm not sure. Maybe shopping area, right? Maybe, who knows, right? Just quickly mention that.
Okay. Dan juga mengingat dari video sebelumnya mengenai British versus American English, itu kita sudah pernah menyebutkan salah satu contoh main road atau jalan utama. Kalau di British itu disebutnya adalah high street, itu tuh pusat perbelanjaan.
Yeah, and banks. Yeah.
Dan juga bank atau perkantoran.
Yeah, that's right.
Sedangkan kalau American English itu disebutnya downtown.
Yeah,
maybe ini tuh salah.
Mungkin Indonesia, ruko.
I think it's better to say it as pusat perbelanjaan.
Okay. I just say ruko. Because that's often you see, right? The whole area where, Okay, in Sentul, it's true. In Sentul, where I live, we have 3 blocks of rukos for shops. 3 sets in Sentul. Yeah, okay. Kembali ke laptop. Keempat. You know, when people get old, orang tua, in England they go to a nursing home. You know, in Indonesia, people get old. Indonesians are lovely people. Why? When people get old, they stay with their families often. They live with their family, right? When they get old. Like my wife's mother lives with us. We never think of sending to a nursing home, right? She lives with us. She's old, right? She's about 150 years old, my wife's mother, right? I'm just kidding.
Okay. I thought you were serious.
No, she's old. So, but in England, when old people, they don't stay with their families. They go to a nursing home. Nursing, like a nurse, you know a nurse? Nursing home, where nurses look after them, right? Or we say carers, they call carers also. Carers, C-A-R-E-R-S, or nurses. But we call it a nursing home. But in America, they just call it private hospital. But then many hospitals in America are private, where everybody goes. You know, they're not government, they're private. So I don't know why Americans call private hospital for old people. Yeah, it's very strange actually. Nursing home, private hospitals. Yeah, in Indonesia, the same is living with the family. Nice.
Yang selanjutnya, kalau di Indonesia, kebanyakan itu orang-orang yang sudah tua tetap tinggal bersama keluarganya di rumah. Sedangkan kalau di Inggris atau di Amerika itu kebanyakan mereka akan tinggal di panti jompo. Khusus untuk orang-orang yang sudah berumur. Dan kalau British English itu menyebut panti jompo sebagai nursing home. Sedangkan American English menyebutnya private hospital.
I know.
Dan sebetulnya private hospital ini kalau diartikan itu rumah sakit swasta.
Yeah. Very strange. Tidak mengerti. Don't understand that. Anyway, yeah. Okay, kelima. Oh yeah. You know, you got, oh yeah. Mathematics, right? Mathematics. In England, we say maths with an S. M-A-T-H-S, short for mathematics. Oh, what are you studying today? I'm studying maths. This is English, maths with an S. But in America, they say math, no S. Why? Who knows?
Yang kelima adalah matematika, pelajaran matematika. Kalau British English menyebutnya maths dengan S di belakang, M-A-T-H-S. Sedangkan American English hanya math, M-A-T-H tanpa S.
Very good, that's true. Okay, another one Indonesians will know about quite well is that, you know, in a resto or a kat warung, when they're cooking, they used to use not gas, but something else, but very hot, but they don't have it anymore. You know, Indonesia, we used to have not the gas, the one before the gas, maybe 10 years ago. Now it's illegal. They cannot use it to light the fire, to cook with. I forgot what it's called in Indonesia, right? It wasn't gas, like the gas now, LPG. It's something, they used to use it in Indonesian restaurants and so on. No, I don't know either. But anyway, there's the same thing we use for aircraft. They don't use benzene or diesel. Benzene or solar, petrol or diesel in the aircraft, no. They use kerosene, right? It's kind of a kerosene. Kerosene, Indonesians used to use it to cooking, very cheap in Indonesia before the gas. I forgot what they call it now. And in England, it's called paraffin. P-A-R-A-F-F-I-N, paraffin. In America, it's called kerosene. We use it to cook with, and to light a lamp, like a small lamp, like a lampo on the table. Put it in, right? We don't put petrol, don't put benzene. We use paraffin. In English, America, kerosene. I know we had it in Indonesia, but I forgot the name.
I have no idea.
Okay, yeah. Maybe your father knows. All right, very good. Yeah, okay. So English paraffin, American kerosene. Good. If you go to the airport bandara, you can smell the kerosene from the aircraft, the airplane.
Okay.
Good. Do you want to just quickly say that? Very quickly?
Ya. Yang berikutnya adalah mungkin Indonesia, saya juga tidak tahu apa maksudnya, tapi mungkin sama-sama disebut parafin juga, sempat digunakan untuk sebagai bahan bakar kalau kita masak. Jadi kalau sekarang pakai gas, kalau dulu itu pakai ini. Nah, kalau British English menyebutnya parafin dengan double F, sedangkan American English menyebutnya kerosene.
Yeah. The same in pesawat, the same.
Dan juga ini digunakan sebagai bahan bakarnya pesawat.
And maybe before Indonesians have gas, like LPG gas, Indonesians used to use the kerosene a lot. I used to watch them. You can smell it. But it's dangerous. It's not safe to use.
Okay.
All right, next one. Sorry, okay. All right. This is a strange one. This is very strange. In England, we say, anywhere you go, right? Anywhere, to go anywhere. Just go anywhere. I want to go anywhere. Go jalan-jalan. Americans say any place. So it's like any di mana, and America is like any tinggal. I don't know, any place. It's very strange. We say anywhere you go is fine with me, right? You want to just go in. We can go anywhere we want. Americans will say we go any place we want. We don't say anywhere. Very strange that.
Selanjutnya adalah kemanapun. Kalau British English menyebutnya anywhere, sedangkan American English menyebutnya any place. Dan keduanya ini tanpa spasi ya.
Yeah, no, there's no space. It's one word.
Yeah.
They're both one word. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know quite why that is. They both kind of make sense. It is a place. It is where. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Here's an interesting one. You know, when you're in a car or on a motor, suddenly, your ban flat, the tire on your bike. You know the tire? In English, we say, what do you call it in Bahasa? When the tire goes, doom. Your ban.
Bocor.
What?
Bocor.
Bocor, that's right. Bocor. Boom, like that, right? No air, right?
Yeah.
In English we say puncture. Puncture. In America, blowout. Blowout.
Okay.
Means the air blow out the hole of the puncture. I guess. Yeah, they call it blowout. Blow dash out. English, puncture. Indonesian, was it? Bocor.
Bocor. Ya.
Yeah.
Yang berikutnya adalah kebocoran atau misalnya kalau ban kempes, ban kendaraan kempes, roda. Kalau British English ini menyebutnya puncture.
Yeah.
Sedangkan American English menyebutnya blowout.
Yeah. One word. Blow dash out.
Blow, strip out. Jadi satu kata.
Yeah. And by the way, you call ban, we call tire, spelled differently in American English. In England, a tire, a ban on the car, motor, tire, T-Y-R-E is the English. American, T-I-R-E. So America is I, and America in England is Y. Different, same word, different spelling. Tire and tire. T-Y-R-E, T-I-R-E.
Dan roda atau ban ini kalau di bahasa Inggris sebetulnya sama-sama tire. Cuma bedanya kalau British English ditulisnya T-Y-R-E, sedangkan American itu T-I-R-E. Hanya beda di huruf Y dan I.
Yeah, very interesting. All right. Okay, here's an interesting one. You know when you're going along the road, or like this, and you go round a circle. You know, you're going around a circle. In America, they call it traffic circle. A circle, traffic circle, right? But in English, roundabout. One word, roundabout. Because you're going roundabout. Roundabout, yeah. America, traffic circle. What do you call it in Bahasa? I know it's actually Bundar. Is it Bundar? What's it called?
Bundaran.
Huh?
Bundaran.
Bundaran, yeah. Bundaran. Roundabout, British, American, traffic circle. Go.
Berikutnya adalah kalau kita sedang menyetir di jalan, pasti suka menemukan bundaran di jalan. Nah, kalau British English menyebutnya roundabout, sedangkan American English traffic circle.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, bundaran. Yeah, bundaran. I like bundaran actually. I think it's easy to remember. Bundaran.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Some Indonesian words are very good. All right. Two more. Let's do two more. So, yeah, this is actually, the words are basically the same. It's just the way you pronounce. So in English, we say, I'm going to go to the shops. Americans say, I'm gonna go to the shops. I'm gonna go to the shops. Gonna, G-O-N-N-A. English, going to. You can decide, you the viewer, which one do you think is best? Going to, or gonna, I'm gonna go. You decide.
Selanjutnya adalah akan. Kalau British English itu kita menyebutnya going to, dipisah ada spasinya. Sedangkan American English itu biasanya disingkat menjadi gonna.
Ghana.
G-O-N-N-A.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. Okay, let's do one more. One more. We finish. Okay. Here's the other one. In English, we say "sai mao." I want to, right? I want to go to sleep. Americans, I wanna go to sleep. I wanna. W-A-N-N-A. I don't know. Yeah. What is, okay, just translate. I'm going to wanna.
Yang terakhir adalah ingin. Saya ingin. Kalau British English itu menyebutnya want to dengan spasi, want spasi to. Sedangkan American menyebutnya wanna, double N.
I think, yeah, as we finish, let's quick summary.
Okay.
I think we can say that in general, when Americans pronounce words, when they use words, the English culture is more formal. You know, formal? The English culture, the way we think, is more formal. English people tend to be more introvert, more formal. So the language tends to reflect that. We tend to say the words correctly, whereas the Americans, they don't care. Emengwe pikirin. Yeah, exactly, freestyle. Or if I want to say Emengwe pikirin, the Americans don't care very much. They just say, oh, gonna go, wanna go, tomato, you know. So, look, obviously people, Americans, and even Canadians who are similar with their language to the Americans, we would say that their language is more from an extrovert culture and more informal. For example, in America, a janitor can speak to a CEO and call him by his first name. Hey, Bob. In England, we'd never do that. We say, Mr. So-and-so or Sir in England. But in America, a janitor or a driver can talk to the CEO and say, hey, Bob, how's it going? Huh? Never in England. So the Americans have more informal, easygoing, freestyle, as you say, type of approach. It's the culture. So there's nothing wrong with that. So you, the viewer, when you're choosing language to use, you can choose British English often, you know, even on the computer. It's British English, American English. You can choose. For me, I choose British because it's where I come from. And I tend to like to use the words correctly. Whereas Americans, they put on the cowboy hat and they just very informal, very easygoing. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe you could just translate it quickly.
Dan terakhir, sebagai penutup saja, kalau dirangkum secara umum, sebetulnya bahasa Inggris dari UK itu terkesannya lebih introvert, lebih formal. Jadi mereka senang untuk menyampaikan kata dengan cara yang memang seharusnya, yang benar. Berbeda dengan Amerika, kalau Amerika ini mereka lebih, kalau bahasa Indonesianya lebih cuek, bebek. Jadi mereka tidak peduli gitu. Jadi gayanya pun bebas, freestyle, dan terlihat bahwa sifatnya itu lebih extrovert. Dan tidak formal. Dan ada contoh lain juga, tadi Mr. Ward menyampaikan, kalau di Amerika, untuk orang yang mungkin kedudukannya atau jabatannya lebih tinggi, kita tuh bisa menyebut nama depannya saja. Sedangkan kalau di Inggris itu, biasanya kalau misalnya ini ke laki-laki, ke pria, harus didahului dengan Mr. atau Sir.
Americans, hey, Bob! Yeah, like that. Okay, so to you, the viewer, thank you so much for watching us today. And please subscribe, please push the notification, switch on the notification, and please share with us because we need your support. Please share with us. And remember, every video has a lesson. We have a quiz question, multiple choice answers. Look in the description below, and you can then complete all the answers and send them to us. Put them in the comments, send them to us, and we will score for you. All right? So our channel is very different. We use 2 languages, English and Bahasa Indonesia, number 1, right? How many channels do that, teaching English? Not many. We do that. Number 2, we're unique in that we give you free lessons. So you're not only listening, you can now take what you listen and understand and answer the questions. Isn't that nice? Isn't that good? I hope you like that, and I hope you support us. So thank you very much. Maybe Fadi could just quickly translate that. Thank you.
Dan juga untuk audiens atau penonton, terima kasih sudah menonton kami. Jangan lupa subscribe, like, and share. Dan juga mohon dukungannya terus untuk membantu kami. Jangan lupa untuk tag description box di bawah karena Miss Rod akan menyertakan soal seperti biasa, soal pilihan ganda. Jadi kita bisa belajar bersama-sama untuk listening ini dan mengeceknya dari hasil kerja kita di soal tersebut. Boleh dikirimkan langsung ke Miss Rod ataupun dituliskan di komen.
Very good, Fadi. Thank you so much again for doing a great job as always. And to you,
Sir.
You're welcome. Sama-sama. And to you, the viewer, sampai jumpa lagi. See you again. Bye.